Hi, my name is Mike DeBlasi. You might guess that my last name is Italian. I'm actually half German and half Italian, which means I want to take over the world, but I gotta eat first. It's great to be back at Chopsticks 3, and I see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of friends here. I was a little hesitant if I should invite my friends or not. It's good to have the moral support, but on the other hand, well, most of them are pretty accepting, some of them are a little judgmental, some of them are just plain mental, but they all seem to know how to use a camcorder to blackmail me later. When I was trying to describe where Chopsticks is to my friends, I was saying, well, it's in North Portland, it's not exactly in the middle of nowhere, it's kind of on the fringes of nowhere. I've sung here karaoke many times, probably too many times, but I've had some hits, I've had some misses, but the karaoke jockey here, Abby, yay! She's great, she's very supportive. After one of my little shaky numbers, she said that I have a great personality. She puts up with a lot here at Chopsticks. Sometimes it seems like every night somebody's singing Paradise by the Dashboard Lights or Bohemian Rhapsody, one of these really long songs. And Abby puts up with hearing these songs murdered every night, but on the upside she has a chance to run home, feed the cats, and still get back here to hear the last few screeches of those songs. Speaking of diapers on planes, I don't actually have any diaper material, but this is something they taught us in comedy class, that you have to be able to segue into a new topic. So over the summer, I did take a plane down to without diapers. I took a plane down to Hawaii, and we're really looking forward to it, so we went out to the airport here and got on the plane. We're all excited. And got one of these pilots that was really chatty. I don't know if you've ever had a guy like this, but he just was telling us that we're going to take off out of PDX, and we're going to go up to 35,000 feet, and then we're going to cruise at 25,000 feet for about 6 hours, and then we're going to drop down into the islands. And I didn't care if he did a couple loop-de-loops and buzzed the Pearl District, just get us to the beach. So finally we do touchdown. It says we're in Kona. So we pick up our luggage and get our rental car, and we're going to head about 20 miles north up to the resort. And I don't know if anybody's been in Kona, but it's just very dry. It only gets about 4 inches of rain a year. And we were driving, and I was just kind of amazed at the scenery. It's so desolate. It's just rocks and sand. And I thought, where are the palm trees that I saw in the brochure? I don't see any of this. It kind of looked like we were on the surface of the moon. So finally, we did get to the resort, and they must have trucked in some plants and water, because it was really beautiful, very lush, and really enjoyed it. But it was amazingly big, this resort. They actually had a boat and a train to get around this place. And we really enjoyed it. The only thing we were kind of finding that we were constantly, when we went to the resort restaurant, we were almost always late, and we were trying to figure it out. And finally we figured it out that our room and the restaurant were actually in different time zones. So that was the problem. While we were there, we went to, we hit up one of the, hit a lot of the beaches that were close to the resort. And one day we decided, well, what the heck, why don't we check out this Nude beach nearby? And I thought that would be kind of interesting, we'll check that out. So we went, and I saw some things there that will probably scar me for life. There were a few people on the beach that probably really shouldn't have been nude. But fortunately, we were going whale watching later in the day, so it kind of got us in the mood for that. I saw a lot of blubber on the beach, and I think I even saw a blowhole. I don't know if anybody's been to one of the nude beaches here in Portland. There's a couple of them. I saw you, no, all of you. So over the summer I went up to a beach on the Columbia, and it's a little bit of a hike from the parking lot to the beach. So I was trekking down there, heading up the path, and a couple guys were coming away from the beach, heading back to the parking lot, and they were nice enough to let me know that the pathway was very muddy coming up, and that I should probably take my shoes and socks off so I didn't get them dirty. But what sort of caught my eye about these two guys was they were wearing t-shirts and nothing on below. And I thought to myself, how deep is the mud? Speaking of diapers in my neighborhood, still don't have any diaper material, but I moved up here from California to a part of Portland called Laurelhurst. And it's a really nice neighborhood. It's a little snooty, but it's pretty nice. And I was talking recently to a guy at work, and he was telling me about there was a big drug bust in his neighborhood. And the neighborhood sounded kind of sketchy. I think it was called Chopsticks Heights. Pretty close to here, actually. And I didn't want him to feel like he was the only one having problems in his neighborhood, so I was telling him in my neighborhood we had a big, almost a riot, because someone was trying to serve red wine with fish. There was also another big dust-up when a family was caught eating an entire meal with a salad fork. Shocking. So, once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out to hear me and hear the other comics. Last night I was in my kitchen and I was just kind of thinking about all the great friends I have here in Portland and my family, how supportive they are, and how much they all mean to me, and how special everyone is. And I realized I've had way too much to drink.